press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, how are you? All are good? Okay, today I am here with you with the grammar. Okay, the grammar, some of the concepts in the grammar. In the last class, in grammar, so we have discussed about, means in the beginning of the grammar lesson, we have discussed about the noun and the different kinds of nouns, that is proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun, collective nouns. Okay, then we have so many numbers, singular numbers, plural numbers. Okay, so we have discussed in the last class, we discussed about the nouns. So today we are going to learn about, that is pronoun in grammar. Okay, so what is this pronoun? Pronoun is a word which replaces the noun. Okay, so pronoun is a word which replaces the noun. I will give you some of the examples. What is that pronoun? Like his, her, okay, so that is each other, that is my, me. So these are called pronouns. And here in the pronoun, it has categorized into 8. The pronoun has categorized into 8. It has divided into 8. So what are the 8 categorized here? That is, so here is personal pronoun, then reflexive pronoun, possessive pronoun, relative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, and also indefinite pronoun, and the last is interrogative pronoun. Okay, interrogative, I forgot it, the last one, that is interrogative pronoun, that is called 8. It has divided into 8. The pronouns are divided into 8. So we will going to learn about each pronouns, the different kinds of each of the pronouns. So how we are divided and how it has divided this category, pronouns, and how we are going to use it in the speaking and writing English. Okay, so let's see here. So first is about the pronoun. It is a word which replaces a noun. Okay, a noun. Okay, it's a noun. Okay, so it has 8, it has categorized into 8. So here I will write it one by one. So because we are going to discuss one by one, okay, about the pronoun. So here it has categorized into 8 pronouns. So first is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun, then possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun, then relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, indefinite pronoun, then reciprocal pronoun. Like it is, okay. So here we have 8 categories and 8 pronouns are here. That is personal pronouns, possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun, relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, indefinite pronoun and reciprocal pronoun. So we are going to learn today one by one. So what are these are pronouns and how we are using it in speaking and writing language. Okay, let's see. The first I am going to say about the personal pronoun. It has divided into 8 pronouns. Okay. About personal pronoun, let's see here. The personal pronoun is which are classified depending upon the persons. Okay, it has classified which is depending upon the persons, things and also the place. And also we can which is says about a person like a first person, second person and third person. Let's see here how it is divided here. The personal pronouns, it has classified depending upon their persons like the first, second and third person. So here it is the singular and plural. If the pronouns are singulars or plurals, so what kind of a pronouns we are using here? Okay, so it says about this plurals. Singular and plural it consists of. Here it says the first person, second person and third person. So which are the first person? First person is the first person pronoun refers to the person speaking or writing. It includes I, me, my, we, our, us. Okay, so it refers to the first person. So what are the first person here? I, me, my, we, are, us. Okay, so these are the words are called as a first person. These pronouns are called as a first person pronoun like I, me, my, we, are, us. So these are called. So when we use with the example like I am writing his notes, I is a first person. Then we are Indians, we is the first person. The dogs are running behind us. The dogs are excuse me. The dogs are running behind us. Us is a first person. Okay. Then, so what is the second person? So what are the second person here? It includes you. Okay. You is used in the both singular and plural. The second person singular and second person plural is the same. Okay. That is you. It is not changing in a second person. For example, I am writing his notes. So here you are writing his notes. You are an Indian. Okay, you are an Indian. Then the dogs were running behind you. So in that case, we are using you. That is second person. Both it is using it. That is singular and plural. So we are using the pronoun you here. That is second person pronoun. The next is third person pronoun. Here it refers about the pronouns like he, him, she, her, it, they and them. So these are the pronouns which is represents as a third person. So which are those? He, him, she, her, it, they and them. So these are called third person. Okay. Then here it is in a only third person. This pronoun has a 3 genders. Okay, it has three, that is masculine, feminine and also neuter gender. Okay, masculine, feminine and neuter gender, where we have seen that it is in a third person pronoun. In third person pronouns, it describes the three persons, the three other genders, like the masculine gender, the feminine gender and also neuter gender. So this is okay. So I will write some of the example here. With the example you can understand it more clearly. I hope that all are understand it here. So personal pronoun means it says about a persons, like a singular and a plural. Like if the subject, if the pronouns are it is a singular or a plural, how we are going to identify? Okay, so we are identified with the help of these figure. For example, if it is the subject which is in a first person, okay, the first person like I, me, my, we, are, us, that words are called as a first person pronoun. Okay, then second person it's only related to you, that is called second person. Okay, and it is both is same for singular and plural, both is same. Okay, so for same. Okay, singular and plural same, that is you. Then third person, so what is the third person? Is about a third person, and it is also has the three other pronouns, that is the genders like masculine gender, feminine gender and neuter gender, so which describes these genders with the help of the third person. Okay, so now I will give some of the examples to understand more clearly. Look, okay, example for the first person I will write here, that is if you use I am writing notes. Okay, I am writing notes. So this is called as a pronoun, so which says about a first person. First person. Then if you take the second person, you are writing notes. I am giving the same sentence for to differentiate how the first person, second person and third person we are going to identify it. Okay, using with the same sentence. So it says about a second person. So in the both case, like in singular and plural, so both you are going to use it, this you. Okay, then you are writing, and here he is writing notes. Writing notes. So it tells about third person. Okay, it says about a third person. So with the help of this, you may write some of the sentences of your own with the help of these, what I explained here about a personal pronoun. So you have to write the example and underline the pronouns. Okay, so wherever you are using the pronouns, you have to underline or write in a round mark. Okay, so there you are going to identify how you have used it. So according to this explanation. So next I am going to write, next I am going to explain about the possessive pronoun. So what are these possessive pronouns? Possessive pronoun. The next next category is possessive pronoun. So what is this possessive pronoun? So here it has divided like this. Possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns are used to refer a specific person or a thing belonging to a person. These possessive pronouns are using to specifically related to some of the person or the things or the person is or a place, it is related to some of the specific person. It is only about that person. It is not about any other person. It is only about that thing, is about only that person. Okay. this is my mobile, and someone say, no, this is, here I'll give you the example, so not like that, this is my mobile, so my means this is mine only, it is not about any other person, this is my mobile, okay, it's only me, it's about me, so the thing is belongs to me, okay, that is called as a possessive pronoun. Here, this is his bike, this is his bike, his bike, it tells about a possessive pronoun. It's none other than his bike, it's not only any other person, it's about his bike. Then this is our house, and you can take some of the other example like mine. Look at this picture, mine is the small one. Look at these pictures or look at these sentences. Mine sentence is very less, okay, mine sentence are very less, okay, like that, mine. So mine means it's about my work, that is very less, okay, this is called. Let's see here about possessive pronoun. It refers to specific person or a thing belonging to a person, okay. I will give some of the example here. Example, this is my book, this is my book, so it is called as a possessive pronoun, okay. Then this is his shirt, these are called possessive pronoun. My, his, so they are called possessive. This is our home, our is the possessive, or this is our school, our is the possessive pronoun, okay. I hope that you all are understood about this possessive pronouns, okay. So this is about. Next I will move on to reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. So what is this reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun is used when we want to refer back to the subject of the sentence. Reflexive pronouns end with the self in the case of singular and selves with the case of plural. When we want to refer back to the subject of the sentences. So when we want something which is back, okay, that is we want it back again to ourselves, okay, it's about ourselves. So okay, it's the thing is not belong to any other person, that is ourself, that is myself, okay. So it says about back to us, so that is called. And reflexive pronouns when it is singular, when the pronoun it is in a singular, so it has to use it as self. When there is a plural, it has to use it as a self, like this, self at the end of the word. So when it is a singular, when the pronoun is a singular, okay, then selves when the pronoun is plural. So these are called possessive pronouns. So let's see which are those words, plural. So which are those words? I have done the homework myself, okay. Example, I have done the homework myself, myself. So this is myself. I have told you here the pronoun which is in a singular. So what we have to use at the end of the word, that is self. That is this, myself. It's I have done only me, myself. This work has done only by me. So then we have to represent as the work has done something by the person, only one person, and that is by myself. No other than any other person has not done this. This is my only. This work belongs to me. I have done this by myself. Okay. So that is okay when it is a singular. Then let's see about when it is a plural. Why do you blame yourself? Okay, yourself. The home was constructed by ourselves. Okay, myself, yourself, ourselves, like it is. So when the pronoun it is in plural, so we have used it here, selves. And when it is a singular, when we have to use this self, that is self. Okay, I hope that this one also you have understood it. The next we will move on to the relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. So what is this relative pronoun? Let's see here. Relative pronoun is a pronoun that is used to introduce a relative clauses. Okay. So this is a pronoun with this is a word which is used to introduce a relative clauses, means which says about a relative clause. What are the relative clause? Let's see here. Which introduced about a relative clauses. The clauses are the relative pronoun. So it says about the relative clause, and here I can say the relative pronouns are that is who, whose, whom, which, and that. Okay, so this is called as a relative pronoun, which introduces about which introduced relative clause. The pronoun that is used to introduce about a relative clause. So there we are going to use these relative pronoun. What are the relative pronoun here? Who, whose, whom, which, and that. Okay, let's see some of the examples. That is the designer who made your dress is waiting outside. See the sentence, the designer who made your dress is waiting outside. Okay, he says, she says here some of the person who is saying about a designer. So here who it tells about this designer. Okay, a designer who made your dress, who had designed your dress, he is waiting outside. Okay, so it related to only this person. Whose that is? that is designer. So that is called as a relative pronoun, which is the pronoun which is related to this person, this subject, okay, and it completes the sentence. It tells that about the subject and it completes the sentence. So it is called as a relative pronoun. Then this word is called as relative pronoun. And the next is, I saw the dog. I saw the dog. I saw the dog which ate the cake. See this. I saw the dog. I saw the dog. Which dog? That dog. Which dog? I saw the dog. That dog has ate the cake. So that dog, it is about a particular, that dog. So which is how we are describing that dog? That dog has ate the cake. Okay. I saw the dog again. So which is the dog? Which it tells the about this, which relates this dog. Okay. It tells about that person or a thing, okay, or any other thing. So which is related. This is about. Next is interrogative pronoun. So next example I will move on to interrogative pronouns. I hope that this one you have understood. You can use these relative pronouns and construct some of the sentence of your own, okay, with the help of these whom, which, that, whose and who. Okay. So for your practice this is. Next is interrogative pronoun, the fifth one. Interrogative pronoun. What is this interrogative pronoun? An interrogative pronoun is used while asking questions. So interrogative pronoun is using while asking questions, okay, the sentence which is in a question form. Like how the interrogative pronouns are used depending upon their usage or a subject or an object. Okay. So how we are using this interrogative pronoun? It depends upon the subject. Subject means the person. Either it is a names or a nouns. Okay. It's describe about a subject or an object. So what are those? Like see here. Here I will write the subject. When it is a subject, how we are going to say this? How we are going to use this interrogative pronoun? So it's about a person. Suppose if it is a person, if say this sentence, in a sentence it says about a person with the help of interrogative pronoun. Okay. So what kind of a pronouns we are using here? That is who, and object is whom. Okay. And when it is about a thing, so we could use here, we can use it here, what, okay. Then person or thing, person or thing. So here object is, it's not about a subject here, it is about only this object, which, person, whose, okay. So these are called as an interrogative pronoun. So which is in a question form. These words where we see the words are used in a question form. So those are called as an interrogative pronouns. Okay. Let's see with the let's understand more clearly with the help of the examples. Okay. Example, who told you? Who told you? This who, it says about a person, okay. Like James told you, answer is James told you. It says about a person. When we look in an interrogative sentence, the sentence which is in a question form. So here, who, it says about a interrogative pronoun. The who is a interrogative pronoun. The next is Whom did you tell? Whom did you tell? Whom, it says about the person. Okay, so where it is an object. I told Radhika. Radhika here comes last, so it comes in an object. Okay, so where if the subject it is in a first sentence, in a first word of a sentence, so there we are going to use this you who, and when the whom did you tell? I told Radhika. Radhika come in at a last, that is the object. Okay, so then what is this? What is this? This is a book. This is a book. It says about a thing. What? It says about a thing. Okay, it says about a person. Here also says about a person. Here it also says about a thing. So these are called as a interrogative pronoun. So let's say about a demonstrative pronoun. I hope that you have understood this with the help of example. Okay, and construct your own sentence with the help of example. These examples with the proper rule. Okay. Next is with the following of proper rules. You have to write down you have to practice well this. Next is demonstrative pronoun. This is 6th is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. So demonstrative pronoun says used to represent a thing or a things, classified depending upon the distance or a time. Okay, so it represents the thing. It represents the thing. It says about the things. It denotes the things or thing which is plural and singular. The things which are in a plural and a singular, and it depends upon the time. Depends upon how we are going to describe this demonstrative pronoun. So with the help of the represents the things or thing, and it depends upon the distance and the time. The distance or time. Okay, so it depends upon the distance and time. So there we are going to use this demonstrative pronoun with the help of the distance and time. So which is near and far, and also near and far. So here if the thing which is in a singular, okay, so something which is tells about a singular and which is near, singular and near. Okay, singular and near. So what is a demonstrative pronoun? That is this. And if it is a far, something it is a far and it denotes about a singular, then that demonstrative pronoun is that. If it is a plural and which is near, so it becomes these. Okay, the demonstrative pronouns, it becomes these. So something it is far, okay, and it is in plural, so those are called those. That is called those. Okay, so how we are going to represent this demonstrative pronoun? It represents about a things or a thing. It says only about a things or a thing, not a person, not a place. Okay, either maybe it comes in a place, and it says about a distance also. It says some of the distance, okay, and time, and it is also says about a near and far, the things which is in a near or a in far. So how the singular, when there is a thing which is in a singular and which is near to us, so what we have, what the demonstrative pronoun is, that is this. When the something which is a singular and which is far, so what we have to use? We have to use that. That is called demonstrative pronoun. And when the thing which is plural in number and which is near, that is called as a demonstrative pronoun is these. And the thing which is a plural but it is a far, so that demonstrative pronoun is those. Okay, so like this it has represents. The demonstrative pronouns are represented like this. Okay, I hope that you all are understood it, and I will give you some of the example. This tastes good. This tastes good. So something which is near and singular. So this is called as a demonstrative pronoun. Then that is beautiful. That is beautiful flower or beautiful garden. Okay, so that means it is in a singular and that is far. Okay, then these boxes have more bottles than those. Okay, these boxes have more bottles than those. It says plural and this is also says plural. Okay, so these demonstrative pronouns, it says describe about the plurals and this is also describe about the plurals, but it is in near, it is in far, it is in distance. Okay, it tells about a distance. This is called as a demonstrative pronoun. And the second last is indefinite pronoun. Okay, the second last is indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun. What is this indefinite pronoun? We use indefinite pronouns to refer the people or things without saying exactly who or what they are. Okay, so we use this indefinite pronoun without knowing that the things or a person what they are. Okay, without knowing that we are using that words. That is called as a indefinite. Okay, we use pronouns ending in body or one. Okay, so we are using this ending letter should be that is body or one. For people and pronouns is thing or a things. Okay, if the people, so how we are going to describe this? People, if it says about, it describes about a people, so it is used, the end of the letter should be body or one. It's a ending letters, are ending letters. Okay, then if it denotes about a things, okay, it says about a thing or it ends, the letters are ending with thing or a things. Okay, ending letter is like this. So what are those words? Are like somebody, anybody, it says about a people. Nobody, then everybody, okay, then if it is a thing, something, anything, nothing and everything, and someone, anyone, no one, everyone. Okay, so like this. So someone, anyone, no one, everyone, somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody, it says about a people. So where the ending letter should be end with the body or one. So then things, when it says about a things, So then it is ending letters are like things, something, anything, no, nothing and everything. Okay. So this is called as an indefinite pronoun. So I'll give some of the example here. I hope that you have written it down. Is it? I will give some of the example for this. Example. Everything is funny. Everything is funny as long as it is happening. It is happening. It is happening to somebody. Happening to somebody. Somebody else. Somebody else. So somebody and everything, it says about a person or a thing. Okay. So which is people which is use it without saying exactly. It is not saying exactly who are those people and who are the things it is. Okay. So then, and another one example I wanted to give here, that is, I don't know anything about music. Anything about music. So here it says about anything. Okay. Then last is reciprocal. Reciprocal, it expresses the mutual relationship. I will only say here which are the words are given about a reciprocal. Last is reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun, which it gives a mutual action or relationship like each other, one another. Okay. So those are called like the words are reciprocal words are each other, one another. Okay, one another. The parents know their kids each other very well. Okay, each other, one another, which are a mutual action which shows the mutual relationship. Then one another. Okay. So these are called as a pronouns. I hope that you all are understood this, and you have to practice it well with the help of the rules and whatever I have told you, and which are these words are, those are the pronouns here. Okay. So all of you stay at home, keep learning.